Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the state of Louisiana makes a much-needed donation to help give Eastern Kentuckians impacted by flooding a place to stay. And one Eastern Kentucky business reopens its doors as its community continues to recover and rebuild.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
6 o'clock on this Thursday, and it's a new month. New us? Not really, I'm kidding. But it is a new month though. But I'm not kidding about a new us, it's just still Brandon and me. So let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast this morning. Yep, nothing's changed about us, probably won't.
I got a new haircut, not really. It's been this way for a long time. See, I got you set me up for something. I had to, say something to make it seem like you
got
were.
a new haircut, I can't with you. Gosh.
Listen, I even did it myself this time.
You did.
That's right.
But see, now you wait a minute. If I made that joke off air, buddy, you would have not.
I would not have said anything to you. I would have not have said anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
Some other things you say sometimes.
Now you're telling on me.
Well, you told it on yourself there.
I did.
You set me up for that one too. Let's get into this forecast and I'll set you up for what you can expect as you head out the door this morning. Temperatures have been on the cool side, especially over toward Pikeville where they're only at 60 degrees. A lot of road construction going on over there this morning, so be careful if you're heading that way. Not much fog though. It's out there. Be careful of that. 60 in Pikeville, as we mentioned earlier, 60 in Prestonsburg, 62 in Jackson. That is it. Everybody else now in the 50s. With Clintwood, the coolest at 54. Regional temperatures, 77. Boy, it'd be nice to be on Myrtle Beach this morning, wouldn't it? Down there at 77. 71 in Atlanta, 73 Memphis. But you come back up to the north, we're in the 50s and 60s. Actually, 60s everywhere except for Hazard, New York City at 73 this morning. Breakfast forecast, we are going to see again possibilities for some cooler air in place, and we'll see those temperatures start to climb pretty soon into the 50s again and eventually the 80s later this afternoon with lots of sunshine. Enjoy the first day of meteorological fall. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. The deadline is less than 1 month away for Eastern Kentuckians to register for FEMA aid following deadly flooding more than 1 month ago. We talked with the FEMA spokesperson who says the sooner you apply, the better. FEMA spokesman Nate Custer covers Breathitt, Clay, Owsley, Whitley, and Perry counties, saying he has never seen flooding damage like our region saw in late July.
Remnants of homes, overturned vehicles, school bus in the waterway, all kinds of vegetative debris.
Custer says the last day to register for FEMA aid is September 28th. He says if you have applied for FEMA aid but were denied, it could be because of missing information.
You have to be the owner to register with FEMA. A little word on what your general damages were when you register, whether you have insurance.
Adding communication is key to getting FEMA aid. You should give them a good phone number so inspectors can schedule a time to visit your home.
FEMA will try 3 times to contact the people. If that doesn't work, then we're going out to the address.
We asked why people are being denied when they have damage and why some are getting very little aid. Custer says it is on a case-by-case basis, saying you should go to a disaster recovery center to meet with the FEMA representative in person.
They can look up your application and find out what's missing. And maybe there's some things that you haven't communicated about what happened to you, and then you can provide that information.
Hoping Eastern Kentuckians get the help they need. In Hazard, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News. Well, the FEMA mobile registration sites at the Masonic Lodge in the Oneida community of Clay County and at Vesta Roberts Johnson Memorial Library in the Virgie community of Pike County closed on Wednesday. Well, Dumas Rescue is known for helping local animals in need, but the group is also at work to help people here in the mountains. After the floods tore through eastern Kentucky, the group wanted to find a way to help. So on Wednesday, members worked with the Floyd County Sheriff's Office and a group of retired lawyers. An effort came together to offer FEMA application appeals assistance to those in need, which the attorneys say they are happy to do if it carries some of the burden off of their neighbors.
It's sometimes a laborious process, and our goal was just to help them a little bit and also to make people understand that there are people who still care.
The group plans to return in and pitch in more in the days to come. Well, Governor Andy Beshear announced Louisiana is donating up to 300 trailers. Some of those arrive this week. 65 are coming to Letcher and Floyd counties, and additional travel trailers are coming in phases. Governor Beshear says the state has 119 travel trailers in place now. with 23 more coming in addition to the trailers from Louisiana. He says the limiting factor now is not the number of trailers, but the access to safe locations with hookups for water and power that is needed for the trailers to be livable. He adds there is no cost to the state. Money is being used from the recent legislation passed to transport the trailers and have them inspected.
This is a huge help. Now, the only cost that we have in these trailers is the transportation, and I think it saves us about $40,000 plus per trailer. We have sent our people down to inspect them. They are in incredible shape. They are as nice as any trailer that we have purchased, and it's going to allow us to amplify this program significantly.
Well, these trailers were originally purchased by the state of Louisiana to help Hurricane Ida survivors. The governor also noted there's some false information going around about how long people can stay in these trailers. He said officials check in every 30 days, but he says there is not a 2 or 3 month limitation like people have been saying. A grocery store in Letcher County destroyed by the flood received a big donation yesterday after its owner made a tithe out of its first donation earlier this month. The second donation was nearly triple the original amount. Our Jordan Mullins has that story.
In early August, Father Jim Sitchko paid a visit to ISOM IGA in Letcher County with a donation of $20,000. A short time after, ISOM IGA owner Gwendolyn Kristen sent a personal letter of thanks via email, as well as something to help out others.
And there is $2,000 from Gwen to me to give to others.
Father Sitchko was astonished by Kristen's generosity and made plans for a complete renovation of the store.
I got an estimate from IGA and people, and it's gonna cost about, I would say, $75,000 to do that.
And when he arrived on Wednesday, he spread even more hope to the small town by matching that estimate.
So here's the $75,000.
A month later, you start to have hope, but you don't have any idea that someone's going to bless you in this way. You really don't. You're thinking you got to just do it yourself, but he's come through to help us, and I thank him. I really, really thank him.
Reviving the small town grocer.
This is going to resurrect, as we would say, as Christians, resurrection. You got to go through the Good Friday to get to Easter Sunday.
And bringing back a staple in the community. In Letcher County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Father Sitchko told Christian he did not want a second tithe from this donation, and he also gave out even more gift cards to workers at IGA. Well, on Wednesday, Community Trust Bank in downtown Hyman opened its doors for the first time since the flood. The Hyman mayor says he believes the reopening is just the beginning of all the businesses on Main Street opening back up as soon as they can.
Most of them are in the process of, like I said, taking out the debris, and in the lawyer's offices, I'm sure they've got files and stuff they have to save. It appears that they're working very quickly on it, and it appears that they're going to be trying to go back into business in the same location back in Hyman.
The mayor says he is not sure when any of the other flooded businesses on Main Street in Hyman will be reopening.
.608 here on this, let's see, what is today? Is it Wednesday? Thursday. It's Thursday morning. Lord, it's been a long week. I know it's September 1st, but I can't remember the day. So it is Thursday morning, Friday Eve. I even said that in my radio forecast this morning. Fog. There's fog in here and there's fog out there. Let's go see what's going on across the region. Zero visibility or close to it in a lot of areas this morning as we head out the door. I don't know why my mind went blank there for a second, but it did. 54 Clintwood, 62 Jackson, a lot of mid to upper 50s out there this morning, so maybe a light jacket needed. Keep you posted on that. A little extra for your coffee beater this morning because of that morning chill. We're starting meteorological fall. The next dozen hours will give you some nice conditions out there, starting off in the 50s, heading into the low 80s this afternoon. Low dew points in that fall preview remain as we head deeper into your Thursday. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. When we come back here on Mountain News this morning, an attorney makes an appearance before a grand jury to discuss possible efforts to overturn the 2022 presidential election. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.